The legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon! Take flight, Blue Eyes White Dragon, rise! Go, White Lightning Attack! The mighty Blue Eyes White Dragon!
Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Collection Crib. I am your host, Tylercloud. Today, we're going to be unboxing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Phatmojo Blue Eyes White Dragon figure. Yes, when you think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Icons, including the dragons, you think of the Blue Eyes himself. The Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh! The beautiful, mythical beast himself, controlled by Seto Kaiba. And, oh goodness, what's his name? Yugi's grandpa's friend, or had the card or whatever. I don't know. But, leave a comment down below. You Yu-Gi-Oh fans will know it a lot more than I do. But, I do know the original Yu-Gi-Oh series was definitely silly, but iconic. And, I mean, come on. It's just the monsters that matter. Who cares about the human plot? When you think of Yu-Gi-Oh, you of course think of, like, the Egyptian god cards, the Blue Eyes, of course, which we're going to unbox, like the Red Eyes, the Dark Magician. I mean, there's just so many awesome, iconic beasts and dragons from Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite anime, you know, like Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon, but just seeing the monsters in action is always worth it. It's like Godzilla. It's like, who cares about the plot? Like, let's just get to the monsters already. Just like right now. Or let's just get to Blue Eyes himself. And let's just see how cool this figure is. But yeah, released by Phatmojo. Don't know too much about them, but let's just see if their figures are as cool and iconic as, like, let's say, Pokemon's, oh, wait a minute. The tail's right here. Let me just get that off the top there. There we go. Ooh. Okay, woof. Okay, I thought that was like paint that came off or something. Nope, that's just part of the wrapping now stuck to the tail. So yeah, really, really cool tail there. So let's go ahead and just set that to the side. But yeah, as I was saying, let's hope these figures are as cool as Pokemon's articulated figures, like the legendaries, like, you know, Moltres and Entei and whatnot. But yeah, look at that. And actually, look at that. It has a really cool background. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it comes with a card, so we'll check out the card in a second, but let me just look at the background. It kind of just looks like an explosion. What is this, Akira? Really, really cool, and when I hang up the Yu-Gi-Oh figures, we'll definitely save the backgrounds, just like Dragon Ball Z, and, oh goodness, it's really, really cool. Let's see, I'll just put that right there. Actually, I'll get the card out right now. Let's try not to damage it too much, because it's tape. Yep. Oh, well. So let's see here. Let's put that right there for now. Here's the card of the back of it. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's see, is that the front of the card? And it is. So yeah, as I figured, it's not exactly like an actual like playing card, or even like a card from the show, but there we go. It kind of looks more like a stickered card, but really, really cool. The Blue Eyes White Dragon card. You know, fierce beast, the Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh, as I'm going to call him. Yeah, look at that. Really, really cool. So now, without further ado, let us get Seto Kaiba's beast out. At least one of them. And there's also a three-headed version of this figure. I should have got to the other figures on the back of the box, but I guess I'll do that in a little bit. There we go. There's another strap. Oh, there we go. Okay, there was tape to it. I was like, what is it? What is it strapped to? I can't find it. Okay, so let me just set the dragon down for a second. Let me see if I can get the wings out. And that's kind of a saving grace for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, you know, not every monster is great, but I mean, almost all their dragons are like A+, like, iconic. Like, you can't go wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh's monsters, especially their dragons. Ugh, there we go. Get rid of that. Will's holding the wings. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful wings. And I cannot wait to see what they look like on the Blue Eyes himself. And now let's try to get him out. And I think there is a neck strap. Yes, there is. There we go. And I think I got rid of all the straps. No, I didn't. There's the feet. There we go. Now I think we're good to get him out. There we go. Look at that. The Blue Eyes White Dragon from the Phatmojo. So let's see here. Before I put the wings and the tail on him, let's just see what he can do. And so far, kind of disappointed that his mouth doesn't close. It's just a, you know, a pose. Unfortunately, it doesn't open and close. It just remains open. So, but his head moves up and down. His neck, you know, just goes in a circle. Kind of neat. His arms, let's see, only goes up and down. It's not as fully articulated as, say, like the Pokemon or like Dragon Ball Z, for instance. But, you know, it's kind of like a movable statue, really. Not so much articulated as like, you know, like I said, the Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put the wings on. Just snap them on. There we go. And the other wing, the right one, there we go. And finally, his tail. If I can put it on right. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there's a pattern here. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. All right, excellent. So here is the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Phatmojo. Really, really phenomenal figure. It's not as articulated. Like I said, not a fully articulated figure. He's very, very limited. He's just more of like a moving statue. Like I said, just very limited to what he can do. But regardless, it's still cool looking. I mean, if he, you know, for display, you can't go wrong. He looks like a freaking foe for Godzilla. I mean, he's just a freaking beast. Seto Kaiba definitely knew how to play his cards. And the Blue Eyes is definitely an icon in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe for a reason. You know, he's definitely, you know, known for, of course, having 3 different cards from Kaiba's deck, and he would have the 3-headed one. And speaking of that, here, let me put him down for a second. Actually, hang on, let me just move his legs. There we go. Take a look at the back of the box here. See all the figures we've got here. We have Saflifer, I think that's his name. Oh, goodness, I think I said that wrong. But I definitely like him. He's my favorite of the Egyptian god cards. And of course, we've got Obelisk the Tormentor, the Winged Dragon of Ra. And there is the 3-headed Blue Eyes. Maybe someday we'll get him, but I'm definitely looking for the Egyptian god monsters, if nothing else. I mean, this is still cool. I don't really care if they're not that articulated. This is still a really cool figure. You know, most of the figures I collect anyway are for display. So, you know, just to have him out of the box and just to see what he's all about is really, really cool. So, like I said, his legs can move only up and down. His tail doesn't move. It's only connected to his body and nothing else. So, and you know, his wings don't flap and his mouth doesn't move. So, kind of an unfortunate, you know, if you're looking for a figure to move all around. But in terms of like a figure just to display, you know, just to look cool or whatever, definitely a really phenomenal figure this Blue Eyes is. Like I said, I don't care about the articulation. It'd be cool if it had it. But as far as the movement that he has, that works for me. So, awesome figure. Can't go wrong. And here, I'll show you the card one more time. There we go. Really, really cool. Seto Kaiba, you definitely knew how to choose your Blue Eyes. And then, well, you ripped up that one that Yugi's grandfather's friend had. That, of course, his granddaughter was fighting for. I don't know the whole story by hand, like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, but I do remember that battle, and that granddaughter was annoying.
The Blue Eyes White Dragon is an ultra-rare and powerful card that only belongs in the deck of a true champion. I, Rebecca, am a true champion. I've traveled the world and beaten many top duelist while you were away. Isn't that right, Teddy?
Hey, I mean, if your Blue Eyes was ripped in half, I'd be pissed too. I mean, come on. This card is awesome. You know, it's not, like I said, it's not as iconic as Charizard, because I knew a lot of people back then had the Blue Eyes rather than the Charizard, but, you know, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, definitely the icon of the Yu-Gi-Oh universe that's not, you know, like the Dark Magician or anything. When it comes to dragons, you immediately think of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And one more time, great figure, and, you know, he looks a little, his legs are kind of, his left one's kind of sticking out a little bit more than his right one is there. A little weird there. But regardless, great figure for display. Great figure to, you know, play with if you want. You know, like I said, you can move his neck to a degree. And, actually, I don't want to go all around because I don't want to mess up the wing. But I'd have to take off the wing, but I don't want to do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude this episode of the Collection Crib. I thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all next time.